Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, after a long summer, we are finally back for the fall 2023 season, and of course the spring 2024, but we got a lot of time before we get that going. And today we are kicking things off with Rocket League. We have a great day of action for you guys, and it's actually a fairly longer day as well. We have 3 full matches for you on stream. Of course, this is only the beginning of things with NECC activation getting us started this year, but surely we have a lot more to come with the rest of the NECC season, the start of the NACE season, of course, as we get further into it. But as you saw, we have some new graphics to throw up on the stream, and we got a few more for you as well. As let's start things off with talking about the LVC roster. We have a lot to get covered here, and I'll start things off by announcing this roster of LVC. Very excited to get things started with this group, as it's a bit different from last year. In fact, we'll take a look here. As you can see, Bichette's, Frenchie, and Samus, a junior, a senior, and a sophomore. We got people from every single class joining us on this team. Very excited to see how this group performs. Of course, we lost Faithful and Magars over the offseason to graduation, so there are a couple spots on this roster that needed to be filled, but there you can see where they come from. Of course, if you remember last fall, we had Samus playing in the starting lineup, and he was phenomenal. As Magars like to call him, the Donegal weapon himself, a huge piece of that fall roster. And, man, I'm excited to see how he ends up doing. And we have Bichette as well, who was also the sub on that roster in the fall. Certainly looking to make some noise here. And we have a fantastic matchup for you guys tonight, at least to kick things off here. We have Mizzou, the CRL roster from last season. They are certainly a team to be thought about. I believe if I looked it up right, they were top 8 in the LCQ of the Western CRL. Of course, a bit of a weaker division there, but still something to be noted. If you make that top 8 of the CRL, I mean, that is definitely not to be looked at lightly, despite the slight conference difference there. But, man, it's just, I'm so excited to get into this. I know we have a little bit of time. NECC has introduced a new system called League OS. It is a new platform. So NACE has a platform called League Spot, where all of the competition takes place. NECC this year has moved away from using Google's spreadsheets and moved into using the League OS system. And a lot of teams, a lot of players, a lot of even the staff at NECC kind of going through a bit of a learning curve. So if there are some issues, of course, we do apologize. And again, I'm not even affiliated with NECC, but I'll apologize on their behalf, because we've already had issues for the past week and a half with this sort of thing. So, of course, might take a little bit of time to get into it, but maybe not, as we actually already have the Mizzou players in. So let's get ready to rumble here, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the first match of the season. LVC, Mizzou Esports. Let's get into it. This is a great way to start off the season. Let's get going. As we get into kickoff, we already have LVC Mizzou looking to get towards the LVC net. I do need to change the names real quick. Let me fix that for you guys. There we go. And Bichette's looking for a shot early. Now it's going to be down to Samus. Frostbite with a bit of an awkward touch off the back wall. LVC looking to get a lot done early here, as Frostbite finally taking some pressure off, but not for very long. Bichette's off the backboard, almost gets that one to land on in, but it'll be Crims trying to take that downfield. Exodia maybe trying to make something happen too, but look at that touch from Frenchie, almost gets it down to Samus. Bichette's third man back by himself, no boost to be had, but a little bit of a mess in the corner here for Mizzou. LVC already putting the pressure on early. Mizzou started out strong, but not for a super long time, as they've just been struggling to get on this LVC half. With, as I'm saying, that Frostbite with a pass out, the bump not there. Samus now going to try to carry this out for LVC, at least contest, but Frostbite looking for a solo play. Frenchie gets beat. Crims will put the first goal on the board. Mizzou taking a 1-0 lead. Samus just a bit over on that. Forces Frenchie to just dive at the ball, and he's not going to get there. If he does, he ends up getting bullied out of it. See the players of LVC, though, still dialed on in. Of course, very, very early on. This is a best of 5 for those who are new here. Bichettes, 50 there. Samus trying to get there. Frostbite going to beat. He has a chance for a double, and he does get it. Frostbite slams it down home. Mizzou now building onto their lead. Fantastic play from Frostbite. Bichette's just going to get the wrong read. Frenchie not going to make up the distance. And 2 back-to-back goals there for the side of Mizzou. LVC need to start fighting back. They need to find a way back into that aggression they were able to get earlier on in this game. As Mizzou has started to pick up the pace, and you're seeing it now. Bump from Exodia, but Samus, I believe, gets a very small touch, but look at that Frostbite open net, and now Mizzou piling it on. That's 3 goals in the span of about 15 to 20 seconds. Mizzou kicked up the pace, turned on the afterburners, and now you're seeing the fruits of those profits there. They are taking a commanding lead of this game as we go forward. Frostbite looking for maybe a play on his own, trying to get it downfield. Does get it past Bichettes, but ultimately doesn't really have a lot of rounding to work with, so Crim's gonna whiff on the ball there. And that's just an unfortunate 50 for LVC. Gonna go straight down. Frostbite flying in from the middle of the map. Almost managed to get up to that. Samus looking to get something going. Not there. Now Crims has a chance. Has full boost in the tank. Gets the reset. Gets the bump from his teammate, I think that was. But ultimately, not gonna get anything out of it just yet. Bichette's light touch out. Gonna get the second as well. Just tries to put it on target, and Crims wasn't quite there. His teammate, though, there to back him up off the ceiling. Bichette's trying to get a read, not quite. So Exodia down to Crims, almost threads the needle, but it'll ultimately be a solid defense there from LVC. 2 minutes on the clock, and LVC have not really seen much of that blue side of the field since the first minute. And Mizzou really controlling the pace of this game. They're really getting a lot of that possession as well. Exodia down to Crims. Shot is on, but very slow roller there. Frenchie just trying to contest. Doesn't really get much going. Bichette's gonna end up being the third here. Frenchie making up for a lot of the open space here for LVC, but it's not really quite enough. Mizzou know how to exploit that. And a bump onto Samus now gives Exodia the ball. Gives him a 1v1, but Frenchie slams him out of the way. Smart play from Frenchie. Knows that player's on the ball, and he has no one around him. Just take him out of the way. Here comes Exodia. Double, just a bit off. Samus guiding that one away from home. Samus at least putting it onto the backboard, but Frostbite gonna meet it there. Now looks for the clear. Frenchie over to Samus. Shot gonna be off. Demo also comes on to Frenchie. He'll be the only man back, but can he get back in time? Frostbite just hits it off the top of the backboard. I'm not sure if he was trying to put that just in a top corner slot, but regardless, not going to connect. Now a minute remaining. LVC still down by 3, but here's a pass out the middle, and Bichette's going to get the first LVC goal of the season. And you can see the passing play there, some of the remnants of last season. You know how much LVC love to get passes onto the ball. Find that open space in the midfield. They've done just that there. But they still need 2 more goals to go if they want to tie this game, have a possibility of OT. Crims looking for maybe a Seiko off the backboard, but at least trying to get it clear. Almost leads to a goal from Bichette's once again. It's now Frenchie looking for a double, just a bit off. Samus trying to clean it up, but he gets demoed. 30 seconds remain, and LVC's second goal has just been stolen away from them. And all Mizzou has to do is just waste a little bit of time, and they will take game number 1. And with that touch there from Frostbite, that may almost roll in. Not quite, but with just 10 seconds left, Frenchie just trying for desperation, but Frostbite sends it away. And it'll be a Mizzou taking the first map of the day. They will take game number 1. Mizzou Esports going on a 3-1 victory there. You can see the stats here. Just a lot of shots there from the side of Mizzou. 4 coming in from Bichettes as well. So some good looks for LVC, but ultimately it's going to be Mizzou who dominates on the offensive side. 12 total shots as well to work with. And when you're shooting at that much, you might as well just be winning. And 3 demos apiece from both sides, so we'll have to see if anything ramps up on that end. We saw how aggressive Mizzou started to get after the first minute or so, made a couple adjustments as we get into game number 2. Samus already off the backboard. Demo comes in, Crims getting it out mid, Frostbite, goal for Mizzou. Bichettes gets a demo there, but it's still gonna get tossed off his back wall, and he can't quite make up the distance. Frostbite with such a light touch. Samus can't get back, neither can Frenchie. And now Mizzou again looking to roll here in game number 2. Off the kickoff, it'll be Frostbite carrying it down to Exodia. Actually, he's just gonna look for a pinch there and not gonna get it, so it'll be Bichettes carrying this out. Toss down to Frenchie. Shot is on target, but just actually a bit off. Open net for Frenchie, but not gonna go. Bichettes, though, has the option, and he'll take it himself. Pass option doesn't work, but the solo shot does. Bit of an awkward rotation there for Mizzou. Zodiac gets caught going for boost. Frostbite gets caught diving. And now a 1-1 scoreline. LVC looking to put up a fight here. We even saw it in game 1. Definitely didn't get stormed out the water. They just allowed a quick flurry from Mizzou to really give them problems, and Crims off the pass from Frostbite. Gonna take back the lead for Mizzou almost immediately for the side of Mizzou. They are looking very strong here in their first match of the season, or actually I think it's second. I think they played in NECC Varsity Premier, so this is actually their second match. They had a bit of a warm-up earlier in the week. Crims gonna get the bump and the dribble. Puts it to 3-1 once again, this time with 4:05 left on the clock. Fantastic play from Crims. Knows as long as he gets the bump, there's no one back in the net outside of Samus. And again, Mizzou starting to take away the opportunities for LVC to win this game. Backboard once again. Frenchie at least gets the pinch there. Zodia tosses it out. Samus gets demoed, but doesn't matter. He puts it down to Frenchie. Bichettes trying to get to the ball. Frostbite at least makes it a bit more awkward. He's still trying to fight for this one. Again, though, Mizzou on the attack. Zodia. No one down for him just yet, but Frostbite gonna steal it away from Samus. Exodia just flying in. Now going for the bump. The aggression starting to pile on. Can it lead to another goal, though? As LVC on the counter. Try to get something, but really no clear offensive play there. Now here comes Samus trying to fake out the defense, but Exodia gonna be wise to it. Samus down mid, no one home. Frenchie not gonna be able to get there fast enough. Misreads the play off the wall too. And now it's a scary situation for LVC. Exodia almost puts that one on from the side corner. LVC looking a bit scattered here. To start calming things down if they want to have a chance in taking these games back. Pass out mid, but no one there except for Samus. Bichettes gonna be in position though to take that pass, and it'll be a 2-3 game. One goal difference here now. 2:39 as well. Bichettes with almost every goal here for LVC. Starting to put on a show here. Crims off back wall. May have looked for a double there, but not get the right angle. Bichette's one-on-one with Exodia, tries to get the pass out to Samus, but he's flying too close to the net. And now it's a 1v2 for Frenchie, and he's somehow gonna take it. As now sends it downfield. As Exodia just playing a forward position, gonna be able to toss this to Frost, but he gets it down to the LVC corner. And now Mizzou rushing to the scene. All he has to do is touch the ball, and that's gonna go in. A fantastic demo from Exodia. Reads the situation perfectly. Knows where Bichettes is at, and that's all he needs to put that goal in and keep their cushion. Just continually out of reach here for the side of LVC. But look at that, a kickoff goal. As I'm saying that, a kickoff goal from Bichettes. Doesn't get any freer than that. I'm not sure what happened on the kickoff there for Mizzou. Someone may have just been looking at their phone off their controller, not dialed in, or maybe even a bump or two. Now Samus looking to shoot off the kickoff. Exodia, though, gets back. Look at LVC, though. They're just playing the kickoffs now. They're just trying to adjust, find a way through, and it may just work if they can keep up the pace. Frenchie sending it downfield once again. Samus almost there to receive the pass. Frenchie tries to shoot it on target. Samus at least goes for the bump and does get one, but there are two more players back. So now it'll be a Mizzou counterattack, and Frostbite looking for something only Zen-like. As now he's sending it back to his own corner. Mizzou now starting to straggle a little bit. Still up by one, so they do have the cushion of a lead. But look at that, it's wide open. Frenchie gets the one bump, and that's all they need. Bichette's again finding the back of the net. He's been playing third pretty much all game, but that cleanup has been pixel perfect. As now it's a 4-4 game. And look at this, off kickoff again. LVC looking to just fly through. Samus, though, bit of a mistouch. Not gonna be able to make much of it for now, but Samus just gonna stay on. He's making this a bit sketchy for the side of Mizzou. Does not want to relent, does not want to let them get the ball out of their half. Frostbite just looking for an air bump. Not gonna get there. Crims just gets the perfect read on the spawn. Granted, it's not a read, it's just a guess. It's a toss of a coin, and this time it landed on tails. Frenchie can't get the carry, so now Frostbite. Gonna get it down to Crims. Crims on target. Frenchie almost puts that in, but somehow it bounces off the inside of the net. Samus gets a demo. Gives LVC some time. 30 seconds remain. LVC could control the outcome of this game here. They can manage to keep themselves on the last possession, but now how much pressure is Mizzou going to put on? Can they turn on those afterburners we saw in game number one? Or is LVC going to be able to fight them once more? Just 10 seconds left, but look at Mizzou getting so close to the net. Here comes Frenchie, though. He has a chance. He has a chance to put this one in. Doesn't get the angle. Doesn't get the reset. Now the ball cannot hit the ground if either team doesn't want to see an overtime, but here we go. Overtime in game number two. Mizzou not able to hold on to their lead for the entirety of that game. Bichette's with a bump. At least going to force Crims into possession. Gets the reset in the corner, but the link might not lead to much. Crims actually gets past one with the backflip. Still LVC holding strong on the defensive side. They're looking much cleaner, like a much stronger Dutchman squad. Crims off the ceiling. Not going to use the flip. Just going to let it go. Tosses downfield, and Crims launching it in the back of the net. That is a torpedo. 32 seconds into overtime. It'll be Mizzou taking game number two. Now 2-0 lead over LVC. Mizzou looking to close LVC down, shut them out of this series. As we look at the stats here, about the same amount of shots, just two less this time around from Mizzou, but LVC definitely able to ramp up the pressure more, and you can see a lot more demos coming out of this LVC squad as well. They only had 3 total last game from one player, and this time they have 7 total. And all 4 goals coming from Bichettes in this one. Not quite enough, though, as he puts up a 27-point game. We are now heading into game number 3. Mizzou looking to close out the series here. LVC does not want to allow that to happen. Can LVC get one back? Can they start the reverse sweep, or will Mizzou just shut them down? We'll have to find out as we head here. LVC going to be starting out on the offensive attack. Though it'll be Frostbite taking it downfield. Crims now looking for the redirect and gets it towards the net, just a bit too tall for it. It's a double there from Mizzou, but Crims reads it well. Now looking for the lightest touch he can get, and just going to be a bit off. There's not really much he could have done in that situation. So LVC going to have a chance to clear and take it on down. Frostbite gets 50 towards his own net. Samus gonna look to shoot, but look at that play from Crims. It's not gonna matter though. LVC taking their first lead of the series here. Samus gonna force the awkward play, and the ball, or the touch, is not strong enough as LVC take a 1-0 lead here in game number 3. As Samus now starting to finally pick himself back up. Had a bit of a slow start to this series, but starting to find his way through it. Bichettes, almost all the goals for LVC in this series. Certainly been showing out so far. Sodia, though, might be looking to do him one better. Double not gonna go, and look at this, Frenchie with a redirect towards the net. Frostbite, though, gets back, not enough power. A phenomenal idea from Frenchie. The execution was almost just as perfect. But it'll be Bichettes now in a 1v1. Sodia gonna get demoed. Now Frenchie has an opportunity, looking for the fake, doesn't get to it, but still towards the net. Can Samus make something happen? Looking for a pass, doesn't have the boost. Frenchie off the corner. And we're seeing a lot more double commits here from Mizzou. They might be getting complacent, but it doesn't even matter. Crims will do it all himself. Frostbite with the layup. Crims gonna call his own number. And the call was answered. Fantastic work from Mizzou on that play. You can see how they are such a solid squad and why they deserved their place in CRL last semester. LVC still fighting here, 1-1. As now Mizzou a bit awkward on the defensive side. Can anyone from LVC at least contest this ball? Not for now, but all 3 committed, and somehow Mizzou coming out of it with an attempt, but now Bichettes has a wide open net, doesn't get a lot on it. Can Frostbite get back? He does. Frenchie can't dunk it through. So somehow, some way, Mizzou has worked themselves out of a paper bag, out of a wet paper bag at that. And now they're looking to put another score on the board. Crims gonna go for the touch towards the corner. Tries to 50 Samus. He's just gonna have to go with bumps. Demo comes through for LVC, so they do have some space, but Bichettes not gonna make his way there. It's a bit too fast of a pass. LVC need to find some offensive control here, and they may have just found it. Samus, the play from Frenchie, gonna give Samus the wide open net. And now LVC starting to get on a roll here. With 2:05 remaining, LVC have found themselves the lead. They want to start working towards this reverse sweep. This is always where it starts. Game number 3. Jets gonna get demoed. Sodia trying to make a play. As it's a bit of an awkward fight here in the middle of the map. Just trying everyone to vie for control of this ball. but everyone just getting 50'd out of their minds. A bump there. Frostbite at least gets a touchdown, but it's not really going to mean a whole lot. Got sent all the way back to his own net by Samus. Now LVC looking for a pass out mid. Frenchie not going to make it there. The shot from Samus all the way from the three-point line. Not going to go. Frostbite off the ceiling looking for a save basically out of an anime there. Not going to need it though. And now it's a bit awkward. Frostbite going to capitalize. Some tough 50s in a demo. Going to lead to a Mizzou goal. Crims just playing the patience game. Now with a minute remaining, we have a 2-2 draw. Frenchie might have an opportunity here to get this out towards his teammates. Tries to do just that, but it's going to be red pretty quickly. Look at Frenchie though, tries to go for a redirect. At least sends it back out to Samus, but he's not going to be in position. Crims looking for a bump. He's going to try and find someone in net, but Vachette makes his way around it. As LVC now on the attack. Not going to be able to find a whole lot. Crims gets a second touch. Sodia going to have to clean up here at the third. Look at Vachette. Almost carries it through a few of the Mizzou players. Samus has no boost here, but he's just trying to make the best of it, and he does just that. Pretty much all the LVC players not dealing with basically any boost whatsoever. So now Frenchie just has to dive on down. Samus tries to get a shot on. Exodia going to be there for the dunk. Now Mizzou with a chance to close out the series here. Can they do it? Doesn't look like it's so, at least at the moment. Pass from Frenchie down to Samus. Does Mizzou have another defensive stop in the tank? They do. OT number 2 of the series. Can LVC at least force a game 4? Or will Mizzou send them into the second activation match of the night? LVC with control. Just a little bit there. Frostbite not gonna have enough boost there. Continue that play. So it'll have to be Exodia to pick it up. He's honestly not really gonna get much out of it either. Samus looking to get aggressive, doesn't get there. And what a pinch from Frostbite. Almost puts that in himself. The redirect there from LVC gonna at least put it into the Mizzou half. And now we're seeing a pace change up here from Mizzou. Look at Crims for the double. Samus can at least be able to take that one out. Frenchie's in net, gets us fantastic save, comes all the way across from the inside of the net. Great awareness from Frenchie there. Shed's not gonna get a touch. Now it's Samus in a very awkward spot, but he will hold his own. We go again. Crims gonna interrupt Frostbite there. Frostbite may have had a solo play, but really it's not gonna be much of anything. Sodia just launches it towards the LVC net, not going to get anything out of it. Crims tries to get a cheeky touch back, but really won't mean much of anything for now. So LVC on the counter, bump onto Exodia. Crims, though, the one with the ball, has an open net. Can Samus get back in time? Yes, he can. Just barely scratching it. That one out. Now LVC again on the attack. Demo there. Exodia downfield. For the double, gets it towards the net. Frenchie not there. Frostbite will slam the door shut. A 3-0 sweep for Mizzou. As they take the game 3, 3-2. Mizzou going to be the winner of game number 3 and the series. As LVC falls to 0-1 in activation. But again, these matches aren't a major thing here. They are mostly just for placement, but of course you still would like to see wins come out of it. And a very strong fight there from the LVC squad, as you can see in the stats here. Demos picked up there for Mizzou. Certainly didn't really need it as much in the first couple of maps, but they then picked it up in map 3, and it brought them another OT victory. Is LVC gonna fall there? But that won't be it for now, or that will be it for now. We do have 2 more matches for you tonight. LVC in the highlight matchup of the night. They will be taking on Juniata College in about 45 minutes roughly. So we do have a little bit of time before our next series. We will just kind of throw up the extra screen on, or we will throw up the start screen just for a little bit, as we have to wait until Juniata is done with their series to get into here. But that certainly is going to be a great series, so you don't want to miss that. Unfortunately, there, LVC dropping to Mizzou 3-0, but we will be back in about 45 minutes as we get LVC versus Juniata in what is bound to be a fantastic go of it. We will be back in just a little bit.
does my heart hope to die? Just tell me what's on your mind. You say you don't. How high? You need love, I'm by your side. I need your love, you're my favorite drug. I'm not giving up, you're my favorite drug. And I need your love, you're my favorite drug. I'm not giving up, I want all of your love. You're my favorite drug. I want all of your Can you see me breathing? Standing here without you, and I can see it's midnight. I cannot live without you. I'm terrified to see you, hiding in the darkness, colder when it's twilight, and I've been feeling restless. Too close, too much, too far gone. I'm yours, you're mine, too far gone. I'm bleeding, too far gone. I've been seeing too far gone. I'm screaming, too far gone. Can you see me breathing? Standing here without you, and I can see it's midnight. I cannot live without you. I'm terrified to see you, hiding in the darkness, colder when it's twilight, and I've been feeling restless. me in your water, drown me in your sea. Throw me out your love line, floating ecstasy. Back to where we started, show me where you've been. Tend to you, my garden, plant you with the seeds. You keep me running back, running back, running back now, running back now, running. Soak me in your water, drown me in your sea. Throw me out your love line, floating ecstasy. Back to where we started, show me where you've been. Tend to you, my garden, plant you with the seeds. You keep me running back, running back, running back now, running back now, running.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. After a fairly hefty wait there, we are finally back, and we are soon about to get into this next matchup. And man, it's one I'm personally very excited for. I have a lot of friends on this team. Obviously, it is LVC, but they will be taking on Juniata College. And like I said, I've done some work for this team. I'm friends with a lot of the guys over there. Alex, We miss you. Hopefully you're doing well over there, buddy. As we look to get into it here in just a little bit. This match isn't supposed to start until 7:15, but I was watching their stream and their match is over. So, and also this one's supposed to, like I said, it's supposed to start at 7:15. So like 5 minutes from now, 6 minutes from now, it should be starting. But real quick, talking about Juniata here, they are an interesting team. I will say, as I mentioned, I've casted for them before. I've watched a few of their games for their Rocket League team, and they ended up getting a new player in Ren. He is a fairly decent player, I'd say. I say decent. He's a SSL, as far as I know, at least the last time I had heard. They have Unknown Route, who was returning from last year, and the other player, which I already can't remember the name of because my memory is terrible. But he also played last season. So they are returning two of their members, but they are getting an upgrade in Ren. And I'm excited to see him play. I've been talking with him over the past couple of weeks. He's been a very interesting player to talk to. Certainly has a lot of game knowledge. Is obviously very talented considering his rank. But, you know, I want to really see how he plays for the first time. I mean, he played in the last match. They ended up playing Champlain, where they ended up falling 3-0 in that series. As we'll have to see what they were able to do here against LVC. Obviously, as you guys saw, or if you didn't, it has been about 45 minutes since the match has ended. LVC ended up falling to Mizzou in a close series. It was a 3-0, but the scoreline doesn't tell the whole story there. Game 2 and Game 3 were both overtime losses. A 3-1 in Game 1, a 4-5 in Game 2, and a 2-3 in Game number 3. LVC put up a great fight there. You could see a little bit the team trying to get their footing, trying to understand how they want to play the game around each other, and especially against a team like Mizzou, who is a CRL quality team. It is very tough, especially when you're starting your entire year on a team of that caliber, to really understand how you want to go, especially when it's your first, not your first time going out, but first time going out for an official match. Also, something I do want to mention really quick too is CRL was actually just announced a few hours ago, earlier today. So registration is opening today, actually, September 8th. Registration has opened for CRL qualifiers, which is very exciting. I always love some good CRL content, CRL competition, as September 21st will be the registration for the first qualifier, with the second qualifier registration being open until the 28th, with September 23rd and September 30th being the qualifiers for CRL. Very, very excited to see that go down. LVC always likes to make some runs in the CRL quals. Of course, it is a very, very tough task to get into the CRL, especially on the East Coast, where it is just stacked with teams like St. Clair, Northwood, Fisher. I believe Oakland is in a bracket. Carnegie Mellon, they're not. I don't know how good they are these days, but I know last year they were a pretty solid team. So a lot of talent all the way up there, or all the way out here, I guess. And on the western side, we actually got to see a team in Mizzou who is a West Coast team in CRL. They ended up playing out us, LVC, which that one surprised me a little bit. I don't know how activation was determined this year, but that one really kind of threw me for a loop. I wasn't expecting a team like that, especially because they are a West Coast team. But, I mean, it is what it is. And also, Missouri's not that far away. It's not like we were playing like UCal or UC Berkeley, something like that. Always interesting to play those types of teams, though, especially in Rocket League out of everything for us. But anyways, we should be ready to get into it in just a little bit. As I had said, I did start a bit early here. We should be getting into the lobby here soon, as Juniata also is just currently waiting for, I believe, I would assume waiting for us, or we're waiting for them, something like that. I know LVC players were hopping in a few ranked games before we got into this, before they got into this series. So we'll have to see what happens there. But as for LVC, obviously, like I had said, they're still looking to get their footing a little bit here, so they don't have a ton to work off of just yet. But certainly we should be able to see if they're able to perform against, I would say, a more even squad in Juniata. Definitely not as stacked of a roster as a team like Mizzou, but we will have to see when we get into that. On the other side of things, Team 2 has just gotten started in their first series of the night. They have 2 series, and their second one will be on stream after Team 1 takes on Juniata. And currently, they are playing University of Illinois Springfield, a team that actually Team 1 ended up taking on in the spring I think it was spring activation of last year. But that ended up being a pretty quick 3-0. I think that was one of the quickest series we had all year long. So I don't know how Team 2 will fare against them. We will actually talk about that roster later in the night when we do go to cast them. It hasn't been officially announced yet, but I mean, I know one of the players is streaming, so if you're in there, you're going to see who the team is regardless, or at least who they're having their team be for the moment. I know they're still trialing a few players and stuff like that. They want to get everyone in. They do have a few extra players, a few subs that they can kind of allot to these activation matches, see how they play with the team, that sort of deal. But we do have the LVC players here in the lobby. We should be getting the Juniata players in pretty soon here. They may have hopped in a comp game, as same with LVC. They probably hopped in a comp game at least at some point here, so may just be waiting for that to go down. And also, Juniata is streaming this one on from their perspective, but I mean, then again, the auto spectate is pretty much like the same, so it's not really going to change much. The only difference is the overlay. Our overlay is a bit different from Juniata's, but their stream also very quality. I have a lot of respect for the guys over there. Very good people. If you want to go check them out, I believe it's Juniata Esports or something like that. I'd have to look it up again to remember the Twitch, but for now we'll put that aside as we have LVC taking on Juniata College. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. LVC, Juniata College, last match of the night for Team 1, last match of the week for Team 1. Let's get to it. Here we go. Game number 1, and it'll be Ren starting things off with a hot shot towards the net. But it'll be Bichettes getting the clear and now going for a pass out mid. But again, Ren is just there. He is looking speedy already around the field. Samus looking for a pass down, but Holland is going to lob her down as well. Bichettes with a bit of a mistouch there. Hasn't the boost to make it up. Doesn't really need to use it. Ren trying to capitalize. For now, it'll be unknown route looking to make his way towards the LVC net. Holland down to Ren. Not going to be able to get a shot, though. LVC trying to get out of their own half. They haven't been too boost starved, and look at that. Frenchie going to get on the board. LVC taking the first goal of the series. Finding the opening there. Ren just trying to cover the entire net, but he doesn't have the time to. And that will be a capitalize from LVC. Ren going to take on 2 LVC players, make that 3. He's going to do everything himself. But Samus ultimately gets the clear. Frenchie gets the touch out. Bichettes is here too, but not going to be there in time. As now Frenchie just trying to play it slow. Gets it around 1, gets it almost around 2. Holland at least is there to clean it up. But this is going to be a pass from Samus all the way down to Bichettes. As Samus again dishing out a dime, but Frenchie is going to turn that dime into a penny. It's going to slam off the backboard. Now Bichettes looking for a slow play. Trying to give his teammate some time. Samus going to go for an awkward save there. I shouldn't say awkward save. Frenchie was on the awkward part. Samus now carrying. Frenchie not going to get the bump. Bichettes just kind of lobs it to the net. Make sure that Juniata is on their toes here. And now Ren making a run for it. Goes for the bump onto Samus as well. He's so aware, but doesn't quite get to it fast enough. As now LVC on the attack again. Samus down to Frenchie. Demo comes in. Frenchie gets the second touch. Ren not going to be able to do enough. LVC stacking a lead early. Frenchie with an outplay onto Ren there. the patience pays off. The 1v1 comes in clutch. Now 3:14 left, and LVC already holding a lead. Now it's unknown route, looking for a solo. Gonna toss it towards the net, and he's gonna get the shot and goal. So at least a quick response here from Juniata, finally getting on the board. Unknown route, gonna beat out Bichette's, and Samus not gonna be back for it. Juniata still only down 1. Showing some life here as well. Frenchie though, off the ceiling, off the wall. Can he do it? Oh, yes, he kinda can as it finally rolls into the net. Almost gets knocked out, but Ren is not able to get there. Maybe not as clean as he would have wanted it to be, but regardless, that scoreboard is going to read with a 3 for now. Same with the clock. Double commit on the kickoff. Bichette's just needs to play this smart against Holland. He does that, but here comes Ren. Off the backboard, has some boost to work with. Bichette, or Frenchie though, sending it away. As long as they can keep it out of the hands of Ren, so far it's looking so good. As Samus gets a dribble over, but he's gonna get bumped out of the way. Here comes Bichette's on the cleanup. Samus is gonna fake, Frenchie coming through. At least keeps it away for now. Holland trying to get a clear. Unknown route, not gonna get the touch he wanted, but he's at least gonna get a dribble downfield. And Juniata still struggling to get much of anything on the offensive side of the ball. Samus again contesting here. Bichette has all the time in the world, but Ren makes it a bit scary. Frenchie sends it across. And look at him go, he's down all the way downfield. So now Ren just gonna have to gather. He's gonna do that. Bumped out of the way by Samus. Holland, touch. Gonna go to Frenchie. Not really gonna go too far. And look at that from Ren. That's going to be an open net, just barely managing to get it downfield and into the LVC goal. Bichette was back, but not far enough. Juniata keeping things interesting here in game number 1. 1:49 remaining. Samus looking for a solo play, but it's not really going to have the angle, and will also get contested there. Ren looking to capitalize again. Shot on, but just a bit out of range for Ren. A fantastic looking one, though. He looked like he could have put that anywhere on the net. Frenchie now just going to go for the dunk. Not going to get it. Bichette tries to put one on. Not there. Samus looks for the same. Also going to miss. So we go again. LVC, though, still in control. They're looking to boost start. They're looking to take the ball, too. Can they continue this aggression towards the side of Juniata? And it looks like they're going to do just that. Off the backboard, Bichette's looking for the double. Not there. Frenchie sends it back through. Samus looking to make a play. Gets it past 2 of the Juniata players, but he's by himself right now. And look, a pinch from Samus all the way to the front of the Juniata net. Unknown route, going to have to send that away. Now Samus and Frenchie looking for a play. Samus' shot just a bit tall. LVC looking phenomenal in game number 1 here. Ren, though, with the pass. Holland going to reach over top, and he's going to tie it up. 3-3 scoreline. We have a game on our hands. Phenomenal pass from Ren, but look at the speed of Holland. Blazing towards that ball. Puts a 75-mile-an-hour screamer into the LVC net. With 34 seconds remaining, it's anyone's game, and here comes Holland once again. Samus, though, plays the ones. So now LVC have a chance to counter. Here comes Frenchie. Looking to make a play, but Ren just sends it all the way back towards the LVC net once again. Grabs the boost, leaves the ball for Holland. Now Samus trying to contest here. Will we see another OT for LVC? That would be their 3rd straight game in an overtime. Samus just sends it away. Ren looking for one last chance to score, and it will be the 3rd straight overtime for LVC tonight. Look at Bichette. He has an opportunity 1v1 for some no route, but sails it a little bit too far. Frenchie passes it all the way down to Samus. Look at that pass, but look at that read on the shot as well. LVC getting a lot of good looks here. Frenchie just blasting it, seeing if he can maybe get a double. And at least get the demo onto unknown route, so pressure isn't fully there from Juniata. Holland not going to get contested, but he will get bumped. Now we're just playing some boomer ball here. Frenchie going to leave that for Bichettes. Looks to just put one on. Samus looking to do the same. Here comes unknown route. Ren as well on the pinch, but ultimately I think it was just a Ren touch. Here comes Ren once more. Maybe a pinch at the ceiling. Samus. Oh, back touch from Holland. This could be dangerous, but it's going to get sent away just barely by Juniata. Bichettes once again off the backboard, looking for another double. Not there. Unknown route, now carrying. Can he get it through? Not quite. Holland, not there, he's off. And now, time for LVC. Bichettes over to Samus. Can the passing play work? Demo's there. But look at the pass from Frenchie, or to Frenchie. What a play from LVC. Pass from Bichettes to Samus, from Samus to Frenchie. The shot is gorgeous from Frenchie. As LVC will take game number 1. Huge win for LVC, finally getting one on the board and an OT as well. Look at the shots from Ren. 5 shots, 5 saves. Ren trying to do it all. Are we sure that's Ren and not Zen on the other side? And look at that from Frenchie as well. 4 goals on 7 shots. 4 demos to his name too. It is a duel out here on the pitch. Now game number 2. After a phenomenal game number 1, this series looking to be a clobber of one. Things get a bit awkward early there for Juniata, but well, at least managed to gain some control here for just a little bit. Ren, maybe looking for a bit more control, not going to get to it. Samus, looking to pass it out mid, he gets it there. Frenchie wide open, bottom right corner, and it's an LVC goal. Frenchie again. 5 goals on the series. By the way, we are 5.5 minutes into this game, or what, 7.5 minutes into the series. Take on the kickoff from Bichettes and gives Samus the ball. The Donegal weapon. Let me get contested there from Holland. As Ren just doing a fantastic job just being on the ball at all times. Samus in a really awkward spot, manages to somehow get it over to his corner. Some friendly help. And now the pass down to Bichettes. Holland not gonna get the touch. Now it's a one-on-one, unknown route from Bichettes. And look at this, he's trying to get the pass through, but he'll have to come through another avenue. Frenchie with the fake. Somehow gets the touch out mid. Now Samus gonna contest, but look at Ren, the closing speed of this man. He's here, there, and everywhere. Unknown route now, making it a bit scrappy towards the LVC corner. Pass from Samus. Almost gets the touch from halfway up to the ceiling. Samus once again trying to blast through. Holland to Ren. Frenchie though, there to intercept. And look at Samus. He might be able to redirect this on. If not, Frenchie is here, and Bichettes is looking to make his way on 2. 3 minutes remain, and it has been chaos since the first goal of this game. Just pure pandemonium as Samus throws it down to Bichettes. Gonna get a pass out mid. Frenchie is here. Off the ceiling, off the wall. Can LVC make it fall into the net? No. Samus just playing with his food there. And look at that from Frenchie. Bichettes almost getting the dunk. Here comes Samus, just trying to keep it on this Juniata half. Try and force them into some awkward positions. So far, they're doing a great job of it. Unknown route, touch through. First reverse from him in a while in this game. Ren tries to put it on top left, but it's going to be on the backboard. Unknown route, going to dive with that. He doesn't have any boost left either, so he's got to be careful with his placement. But Ren, again, just flying. And look at this, Ren, and another miss from Holland. That could have been a goal. That could have been free for Juniata. But look at this, another free attempt, but Samus gets back. Ren, not able to clean it up. Now LVC in a bit of an awkward position. A couple good shots from Juniata, squandered into nothingness. Ren gonna send it out mid. Holland looking to receive. Where's unknown route? Not there. He's all the way back. So again, no capitalizing on the opportunities provided by Ren himself. As now Bichette's looking to hold it up for Frenchie, not there. Samus now looking for a solo play, looking to fake out a couple players while he's at it. And LVC trying to put their second on the board. They want this cushion. They want to have the ability to possibly drop a goal if it comes down to it. Here comes Bichette's. I'm just now realizing he has 64 score in this game, but it has been low scoring from 90% of this lobby because there's just not a ton going on. Now down to a minute remaining. Ren tries to get it out mid to Holland. Not there. Bichette's again taking it downfield, but here is Ren. He's looking for the double. Whiff from Bichette's there going to, or sorry, whiff from Frenchie there, going to lead to a Ren goal. Off the back wall, and Ren will capitalize on those. Now 46 seconds remain. LVC now need to find a second. Good bump from Samus there. Holland could have taken a shot. Frenchie just tosses that out mid. Maybe a bit of an accidental touch. As Ren again keeping it in play here for Juniata. He's going to contest that, but decided to, it's for the better to leave it. 30 seconds left now. See, Coach Shanky pacing back and forth behind the players in this one. As Bichettes gets bumped off the touch. But look at this, all three players from Juniata are stacked here. Need to be careful there, and thankfully for them at least, it made it comfortable. Now Samus looks for the redirect, and oh my, Samus! The weapon finally coming alive. Look at that shot from Samus off the top of the net. Going to drop on in. And with 4 seconds left, LVC may have just stolen game number 2, but it's not over just yet. And look at this, almost an own goal. You can see Frenchie at the end there was a bit sketched out, and I think we have good reason to believe why he was so sketched out. But ultimately, it'll still be an LVC win regardless. As you can see, not nearly as high octane as what we saw in game number 1. But it comes down to the final seconds. Samus with that shot off the pass from Frenchie going to connect. And now we are seeing a 2-0 lead here for LVC, looking to shut out Juniata. And as I had mentioned, Juniata had fallen to Champlain earlier in the night 3-0. So losing this one 3-0 as well, it would certainly not bode well for them. As we get into game number 3. Shots, though, pretty much even, and there's a singular demo in that entire game. So it's not nearly as bumped up. Okay, well, we've matched the total already. In the first 3 seconds, we've matched the total for all of last game. Look at this, it's a bit awkward from Juniata. Samus gonna capitalize. Look at all the demos. LVC just flying through a mock pace, finding any demo they can. Look at Frenchie. Never mind the ball. Let Samus do that. Why not find the guy in net? And that's a goal. 13 seconds, and LVC have put themselves on the board. Fake here from Frenchie. Gonna get the pass, but the mechanics a bit off. And look at this. I'm sorry you can't see me right now on cam, but my hands are on my head right now. What have I just seen? Holland, Unknown Route, and Ren all just committing at the ball. Not quite what they would have hoped. Not quite the possession that they were hoping for, but LVC now up 2-0, and now LVC just want every demo they can find. They've given up on touching the ball. They want the demo, and I don't blame them. You ramp up the aggression, and certainly they can't touch the ball. They're demoed. How are they gonna get possession? Look at this from Ren though. Tries to get a shot in, but not quite there. Unknown Route gonna pick up off the Samus clear. Now Juniata can finally calm things down, slow it down a bit. Ren trying to make it through. Have to be Holland though to pick up. And Ren backs on away. Bichette's trying to get a pass out, but he's not going to get to the ball quick enough. Unknown Route plays the patient game. Only gets one of the LVC players though. Frenchie at least going to keep this on the Juniata half. Here comes Ren as Samus trying to buy his teammates some time to get back. Gets bumped out as well. But everyone getting bumped. There's not a player near the ball because everyone's just getting tossed off of it. This is complete opposite from what we've seen in game number 2. Now everyone just wants a bump in a demo. Light touch from Bichette's almost gets LVC their third. Now Holland in a 1v1 with Samus. He has 0 boost though. He's trying to get his teammates to pull forward, and that's a goal. That angle is really hard to tell. But that is in fact a Bichette's goal. Unknown Route not going to be strong enough on the touch. Bichette's going to capitalize there. Now 3-0. This is looking much different than what we saw in the first 2. LVC want to shut this down, and I'm sure they want to go home too at this point. Not that it's late, it's only 7:30, but you can only do so much. And look at this passing play, but no one can hit a shot. They have a 3-goal lead, so it's not the end of the world. And now Holland with the flick almost puts that one in. Unknown Route's demoed. I don't even know where he was. Samus looking for a touch off the ceiling. Not going to get there. Ren looking for some possession towards his teammates. Holland doesn't make up the speed fast enough. Here comes Unknown Route. Out of boost, so he's going to have to be careful. Look at Ren. Shot on open net. Goal for Ren. Samus gets demoed. Gets a solid clear, but Frenchie not going to be having the angle there, and the demo onto Samus. Going to take the only goalie in net out. Leaves it open for Ren to take his shot, and he capitalizes. Look at this, LVC. Almost having a very open possession there. Holland tries to get Frenchie out of the way, but a shot from Ren again. Now, Juniata are showing some signs of life here. Frenchie with a pop-up tries to put it over the net, but can't get quite enough on it. No one else from LVC really back to defend. There's still 2:05 remaining in this game, so still a lot of time for Juniata to make this up. Samus out mid, but Bichette's though not in position. That was, I think, meant for Frenchie, and just a bit too tough on the pass. At least get that one. Ren now looking for a solo play. He wants to take it himself, looking for the dribble in, and it's going to be Unknown Route with a shot. Screamer from midfield. And now we are all tied up when it just looked like it may have been over. Juniata have said not today. Ren with 2, Unknown Route with the 3rd. We are now at a draw somehow after what has occurred in the first 3 minutes of this game. Ren, though, looking to make it 4, gets the reset, not going to take it, gets the 50, looking for the redirect. Frenchie, though, going to keep driving downfield. 50 over to Bichette's. Ren, though, just so fast. He closes in so quickly on the ball. Makes things just that much tougher. Well, LVC start bringing back the bumps, the demos. And that may very well be the Krabby Patty secret formula for them. And Bichette gets a very light touch, almost sneaks one past. It won't come quite that easy. Now Frenchie off the wall, looking for Samus, not there. So Bichette's gonna have to chase this one down. Holland just looking for a demo. Gonna try and let his teammates get to the ball, but here is Ren, gets the reset, doesn't have the space. Unknown route, almost puts one on, but LVC still back defensively. Now 30 seconds remain. Here comes unknown route once again. Shetz at least gets a contest. Frenchie with a demo. Possession now theirs. But what can they do? Ren gets a 50. Buy some time. Unknown route, though, just goes a bit too fast, and now LVC can capitalize off this, and Bichette's gonna do just that. Ren played that so well, but unknown route over commits onto the ball. He's gonna fly over top, and Bichette gets free possession and a free shot. They'll take that every day of the week. It is, in fact, Friday. With 8 seconds remaining, LVC may be able to close it out here. Bichette's just gonna try and take the rest of the time off the clock here. Gets the reset, but doesn't need it. 1 second remains. If LVC can get this to drop in, they do just that. A 3-0 sweep. As we hear and have Blair in the background once again. Rocket League Classic. And you can see there in the stats, 9 demos from Samus. That is huge, as LVC decided if you can't touch the ball, you can't score the ball. So simply just demo. And that's exactly the way LVC win this game, as they will take the 3-0 sweep over Juniata, and that will put them at 1-1 in NECC activation. They still have one more week, but that will obviously come next Friday. So we do have a little bit of time left before they come on, or before they have those next set of matches. But for now, we will have a fair bit of time before we have our next series with LVC Team 2, where they will be taking on Mizzou Club Gold. I think that's their second team, but it could be their 10th. I don't really know. They're a really big campus. Hold on, let me turn your mic on.
Yeah, what's going on with this? Oh, it's really quiet.
Yeah, there's no audio outside of our voices.
You're loud. Okay. What's up, man?
All right. Well, as you can see here, I have Frenchie joining me. I just want to say this really quick. You could see the difference in height on our chairs, and we're still literally the same height. That is
your chair's still higher up than mine is.
Well, mine is as far up as it can go, pretty much. That is a bit unfortunate.
Yeah.
So obviously, we did have to have a couple people graduate last year. How are you feeling after coming into tonight with a 1-1?
I'm vibing.
You're vibing?
It was cool. It was a cool win, I guess. First game was tough.
Yeah.
Second game was not as tough. That's all I gotta really say.
That's all you got to say. So going into that Mizzou game, obviously we both know where their position is. Granted, it is the West, but still, a CRL team is a CRL team. What was the thought process going into that game?
I know we talked to Jordan. We just really went to play aggressive right off the bat. Set the tone in the series, and we did for the first 30 seconds. Then it was like a really steep slope from there. All downhill, and that was about the game. We had a couple of overtimes, and I played pretty bad in that series. I'll be the one to admit, but
it was a bit rough. But first game of the season.
Yeah, man.
So
it's tough.
So speaking on that aggression, and you probably heard me say it as well, Sam has had 9 demos in Game 3 of that Juniata series. So I would assume that there was something that was spoken about in between series here. We need to be even more aggressive.
We know what we said. I don't think we said anything. We're just talking. We're like, all right, like this is fun. Let's just like win this game. We don't want to lose a game. And he's like, I'm going after Zen. Or what was his name? No,
Ren.
Ren. He's like, I'm going after Ren.
I mean, it almost was Zen at that point, but yeah, close enough.
He just like ding. I think Ren got done with 3 times in 13 seconds. Like, right
Yeah,
off the
yeah,
bat.
it was pretty rough. I kept hearing explosions from everywhere. I couldn't see where the players were half the time, and I was just so lost. I was like, what is going on? Everyone is just demoed constantly.
Yeah. That's the game plan. We're all super aggressive, so we just try to stay in their face. If we can't get the ball, we go for the player. That's about it. If we can't do either, then that's like how we lose, like against Mizzou. It's just like that's how the cookie crumbles.
So one more thing for you. How are you guys looking into next week? Obviously, you're not going to know who you play until probably Friday at 2 p.m. But how are you looking forward to the next week of activation?
We just don't want to lose. That's it. It's simply just that easy.
It's that simple.
Yeah. We're going to try to scrim. Probably won't scrim because Sam loves running. So. He likes to take, like, we'll be halfway through a break or halfway through a scrim. He's like, all right, guys, I got to run a mile real quick, and just leaves. Sometimes
Simply
it's
just
funny,
run a mile.
sometimes it's frustrating, but that's, but then he joins back, and he's like, all right, guys, I'm just going to demo the whole game, and that's about it.
9 demos is still wild to me. I don't know if I've ever seen that.
Record.
I think that is a new record for most players. But that will be it for now. We
I had
have
14 demos in one game last
we
night.
have we have a little bit under an hour until the next series with Rocket League Team 2. They'll be taking on Mizzou Club Gold. So we'll make sure to catch you guys back here for that. But for now, that will be it, and that will be it for Team 1 for tonight. So any final words from you guys?
I got a prediction for this series. All right. I got Team 2. I got Team 2 winning that 3-1. They're gonna give them a game. Be like, oh, like you think you're better than us, and just gonna give them a game. But I think Blarf is gonna get 9 saves in the 3rd game. All right, gonna keep that brick wall defense. Not gonna let anything through. And is Phil's playing right? Phil's gonna get like easily 2 hat-tricks in the last game to seal the deal.
I expect nothing less out of Phil.
If you don't get 9 saves, like.
Hang up.
But honestly, in all reality, you'll get 15, so you'll be fine.
Yeah. All right, well, that's going to wrap it up for us for right now. Catch us back here at 8:30 for Rock 8:15. Did you guys move it up?
No.
It was at 8.
It was always 8.
It was I don't know how to read. So at 8 I tweeted out it was at 8:30 by the way.
I know you did.
Anyways, catch us back here at 8:15, so in about 30 minutes from now for Rocket League Team 2 taking on Mizzou Club Gold. We will be back.
go again.
cross my heart, hope to die. Just tell me what's on your mind. You say jump, how high? You need love, I'm by your side. I need your love, you're my favorite drug. I'm not giving up, you're my favorite drug. And I need your love, you're my favorite drug. I'm not giving up, I want all of your love. You're my favorite drug. I want all of your
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are at the third and final match for tonight. We have LVC or Rocket League Team 2, the JV roster of the LVC Rocket League squads, taking on Mizzou Club Gold. Again, I've said this a couple times. I'm pretty sure it's their second team, but it could be their 30th team. I don't know. Their campus has like 500,000 people on it, so like, yeah, you never know. These big schools tend to have a lot of teams, but this is one of their club teams. I would assume there's a bunch of them, more than one, so that's why they go with the name Gold. But regardless, that's besides the point. We're here to watch some Rocket League. I'm here to cast some Rocket League. I'm here to stream some Rocket League. I'm excited to get into this. This Team 2 has been really intriguing to me. I've been really focused or looking at the process between these two teams, deciding on watching their tryouts, seeing who's playing what, how players mesh together, who's playing where, on what teams, and all that sort of stuff. So I've really been intrigued by this Team 2 roster. And speaking of this Team 2 roster, why don't we go straight into it and talk about who is here as we reveal the Team 2 roster. You can see it there, the starting lineup for Rocket League Team 2 here at LVC. We have Bush Tactics, Blarf, and Too Much Sauce, two of the members of Team 2 last year, returning to take their spots on this team once more. And joining them, the captain, the co-captain from Rocket League Team 3 last year, Too Much Sauce, making his appearance on Rocket League Team 2. I'd like to see this as a sort of developmental team, a team that wants to get better, that has the opportunity to be Team 1 players if in a year, maybe 2 years, something of that nature. But for now, we do have a little bit of time for them to kind of develop here on this roster, but we are now ready to get into it. So why don't we do just that? LVC Team 2 looking to take down Mizzou Gold, or Mizzou Club Gold. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the third match of the night, final one that we have for you all on the first night of matches here. Let's get to it as LVC are looking to gear up and get straight to it. I thought we were starting there, low-key. Unfortunately, we do have to wait a couple more minutes. But I also thought that video was like 20 seconds longer, bro. Not even gonna lie. But regardless, it does give me a little bit more time to talk here about this LVC Team 2 roster. Blarf and honestly, all three of these players are players that I've been watching for the past couple of years. As I showed on the roster graphic here, let's just take another look at it real quick for y'all. We have two juniors on the roster, Bush Tactics and Blarf. I've been following them for a couple of years. Obviously, I'm pretty close to pretty much every player here on our program, but seeing how these two have played over the past few years, still looking to keep that starting spot, and they've done just that. And I do personally like the addition of Too Much Sauce. I liked what I saw from him on Team 3 last year, but again, that's not a huge sample size. That was a bit of a division that I would consider maybe not quite in his league, almost. Not that he should be playing in a so much higher division, but I would like to see him have a bit more of a challenge when it comes to his competition. So definitely something to look out for here. Definitely a person to be watching for on this LVC Team 2 roster, but we will have to see how he develops. Also, speaking to Blarf earlier, he has been a loyal Honda Civic user. Today, he's switching that up. He is going to the Octane, which in retrospect is not a huge change, but I've been around him for almost 3 years now, and this is the first time I'm seeing him use something that is not the Honda Civic, and I'm curious. I didn't get to watch their first match. I didn't see what the score was. I didn't even get a chance to look. So I'm pretty curious to see what has been going down over there on Team 2, but we will have to. I might be able to check actually real quick here. Their match was at 7:15, so it was running at about the same time as the Team 1 match. And they ended up taking Game 5 over University of Illinois Springfield. They won Game 1 3-2, dropped Game 2 4-0, dropped Game 3 6-0, but somehow managed to come back, take a 4-1 Game 4, and they took Game 5, but it's not reported what the score was, but they did win in Game 5. So certainly showing off some of the ice there. And I do know that they're playing with a different player. Bush Tactics, I believe, was not playing in that series. It was actually a player from one of our Halo players. Phil, I don't know what he's going by these days. Shem Life, Phil the Thrill. You'll see all those names pop out. You may even see a little Felop over there. But regardless, he was playing under one of those names. I think it's Felop for Rocket League. And he was in that roster, and they took Game 5. So great work from them. They are looking to go 2-0 against Mizzou Club Gold on the night. But we'll have to see, as we are still in the lobby, just kind of waiting for Mizzou, and I believe the players of LVC as well. This match was supposed to start at 8:15, but obviously it is the first week, and especially with the new platform, the new League OS platform. If you aren't familiar with it, neither was I until about 3 weeks ago, when they announced, NECC announced they would be moving all of their competition to League OS. Just how NACE has League Spot, NECC decided to go the route of a platform for competition rather than the just Google spreadsheets that they were using in the past. And now they have the League OS platform. It's been giving a lot of issues, I will admit. I'm part of the broadcast committee on NECC. Outside of that, I have no affiliation with them. And even then, I don't even say I have an affiliation with them because I really don't. It's been a bit rough. There's been a ton of issues. I think the Discord bot is still down too, so like people can't even sign in sometimes. But we live and we learn, and we roll. I mean, matches have been being played. Scores have been being reported, as you can see. I read off the scores from Team 2. I didn't watch a stream, so there's at least something going on there. But we'll have to see how the platform develops. I've seen that there's some good potential for this platform. I don't know much about it. I didn't really do research on it. It's a platform. I mean, you can only look at so much for these platforms, right? So we'll have to find out later in the year how the platform just ends up being. But I do want to talk a bit more about this LVC roster really quick, as I'm very intrigued by them. I think that they have a very unique dynamic when it comes to being a team. We've seen that they've taken on a lot of teams you may not have kind of expected. They were in Emergence last year, and they were a very solid team in Emergence. And also, I believe in the spring, Bichette from Team 1 was on that roster, so maybe he was able to help them out a little bit down there. As I believe we are still waiting on the side of Mizzou to get some word out. But I think what I'm going to do then is I might just toss it to a quick break as we get things set up. We try and figure out what's going on here. We will toss it over to a quick break, but I did want to come in and talk, and obviously the match was supposed to start 4 minutes ago, so we thought I thought it would be a good time to kind of break down the roster, give you guys some intel here on my thoughts on how these teams or how this team may work together. But we will be back in just a little bit when we have LVC Rocket League Team 2 looking to take on Mizzou Club Gold. We will be right back in just a little bit.
you. I can see it's midnight. I cannot live without you. I'm terrified to see you hiding in the darkness. Colder when it's twilight, and I've been feeling restless. Too close, too much, too far gone. I'm yours, you're mine, too far gone. I'm leaving too far gone. I see it too far gone. I'm screaming too far gone.
Everyone is now ready to go. We are loading into the game. LVC Rocket League Team 2. Mizzou Club Gold. Let's get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here. As we hop on in already, it'll be Mizzou looking, or sorry, LVC looking to get some pressure going. Push tactics. Gonna accidentally flip there. Now it'll be Daniels dribbling down, and he'll score the first goal. as Mizzou Club Gold go up 1-0 here in game number 1, the first of the series. LVC Team 2 looking to go 2-0 on the night. They took a Game 5 over Illinois Springfield earlier in the night. And now look at this start from LVC. The kickoff looked clean for a second there, but ultimately they'll have to rotate back to net. Here comes Daniels, looking to make it 2, but not quite there. Now too much sauce flying downfield. Tries to get pass out mid, but he gets met at the ball. Blunt, can he get back for the save? It's a very light touch. Daniels open net. Now it's 2-0, Mizzou Club Gold. LVC Team 2 struggling a bit early here. Saw the same with Team 1 when they took on the Mizzou main squad earlier tonight. Similar struggle here for Team 2. Sauce trying to get a big touch there, but a bit too big as it hits the ceiling. Almost a double. Bush Tactics and Blarnth there. Now it'll be Bush Tactics just looking to get a contest, and he does just that. Now another shot from Daniels, just gonna hit off the top of the backboard. Rudder puts one off the back wall. Gonna rotate on out. Silver almost puts it in, but too much sauce is there at the net. Bush Tactics gonna end up giving away possession there. Looking for a softer touch, not gonna get it. Blarnth gonna meet Silver at the ball, so it just flies all the way out, but Daniels is there to receive it. Now, Demo's gonna come in after a few bumps from Daniels on to too much sauce. Bush Tactics finally getting it out of the LVC corner. Has too much sauce, tries to put one in the net, but it'll be a bit too soft on it. Blarnth bumped out of the way. Now Bush Tactics, at least put it to the corner. Too much sauce, tries to get there. Got the back away. Here comes Blarnth, tries to put a shot on the top left, not there. Now Brother gonna get a 50 with too much sauce. That's what's almost essentially an own goal from the side of LVC Team 2. Now Mizzou have a 3-0 lead here in game number 1. And again, we're seeing some signs of life from LVC. They're getting pressure here and there, but it's just not quite enough. Blunt though off the ceiling to Bush Tactics. Gets contested. The ball almost rolls in, but not quite there. Bretta trying to get it downfield. Doesn't have much boost to work with. And look at this from Daniels. Almost puts it in his own net for just a second, but manages to get it away. Blarnth looking for a solo. Not there. Touch out from Mizzou. Now we go again. As the demo onto Bush Tactics there. Going to keep them away for now. Test contention in the midfield just a little bit, but Silver manages to meet the ball at the midfield. Finally gets it on the ground, and 4-0 for Mizzou Club Gold. Still 2 minutes left in this game, but certainly not looking great here for the side of LVC. LVC still looking for their first points on the board. Daniels almost carrying that in by himself once more. It'll have to be Silver trying to get something out. Bush Tactics not going to get the touch off the ceiling. Blarnth lobbing it towards the net, maybe over to Bush Tactics in the corner. It's not there. Demo from Silver. And still going to have possession as well. Barta almost putting that in, but it'll be Daniels slowly rolling that one into the net. 5-0 in game number 1. Full control here from Mizzou. At this point, LVC maybe just looking to get something on the board here. Just looking for anything at this rate. Too much sauce trying to carry it out, but it's going to get contested pretty quickly. Mizzou just playing so much faster than the side of LVC, and it's really starting to show. As every possession, every touch is just going their way. They're finding a way to contest every single ball that LVC is throwing their way. Now with just 1 minute remaining, it's gonna be a 6th put on the board for Mizzou. Daniels, I think that was his like 4th goal of the game. He is having a heater right now. Showing a lot of control there in the Fennec. Silver. Sit downfield, push tactics again, looking for some control, but getting met. Every single touch here from LVC is just getting met by a player from Mizzou. Daniels specifically showing out here, just showing his pace is that much higher than everyone else in the lobby. Clark tries to get it down to push tactics, but he's just gonna wait for it. Silver though gets it past him. Too much sauce over commits, and that is a 7th. A huge mistake there from Too Much Sauce. He's going to put it just a bit. He's just going to put a bit too much onto it. Too Much Sauce, not expecting it. LVC still looking just for something here, anything. It's been a bit of a bleak game number 1 for them. Demo comes in. This game just about to close on out. Ball just needs to touch the ground at this point, and still in the air. Finally, it'll hit the ground. Mizzou will take game number 1. So we look over to the stats. I mean, to be quite honest, there's not really a ton to talk about here. 6 demos from LVC, only 3 from the side of Mizzou, but 4 goals on 7 shots from Daniels. He just had a fantastic game there. Only 3 total shots from the side of LVC. Not a ton they can do there. The pacing just clearly showing a major difference here. But certainly something has to give here if you are the side of LVC Team 2. As we look to head into game number 2. Just a very rough one here, rough going out here for LVC Team 2, but of course we do have some time, and it is only 1 game. This is a best of 5 for a reason. Still a lot they can make up here. Blarm on the kickoff there, not gonna get much out of it. Too Much Sauce over to Bush Tactics, does get it there. Now Blarf has a chance to shoot, and he's gonna take it, but Silver meets him at the net. Look at that 50 from Blarf, almost managed to get one to roll on in. Bush Tactics playing a 3rd here, just tries to beat Daniels, and he'll do that. Too Much Sauce though drives away from the ball. Blarf goes for the demo, does get it, but the ball, well, that demo is just gonna buy barely enough time for the side of Mizzou. Get back, Too Much Sauce dives, not gonna get there. Backboard for Silver, but Bush Tactics is wise to it. Now Bush Tactics can just boom this one down. Has Blarm, but just a bit too much on the pass. Not quite gonna get there. Now all 3 players of LVC looking to put on an attack here. Their pacing has increased so much in between these games. They look so much different now. They look like a much more collected, much better team already. We are only a minute, 10 seconds into it. Blarm looks to take the shot, but Daniels gets the turnaround just quickly enough. Now he's driving downfield, but doesn't have boost, so not a whole lot he can do there. Pass out to the midfield. Bush Tactics gonna leave for Too Much Sauce. Here comes Mizzou, starting work their way in. Warmth, though, again, going to meet the ball right in front of the net. Daniels gets the reset, looking for the backs, the touch off the wall, not going to get there. Getting too much sauce now, looking for a solo, but he doesn't have any boost. He's going to have to leave this one away. And now look at this possible opening, but Warmth not in the position to capitalize. It's now Silver. Tries to get something there. Too much sauce, though. Let's touch out. Daniels with the back touch. Make it a bit rough for Mizzou to get here for the saves, but almost gets it. It doesn't matter. Too much sauce. Finally putting LVC on the board. Shot from Blarp, shot from Sauce. Every player from LVC getting one on net. And finally, a goal gonna go back. Now LVC finally holding a lead. Finally getting a goal in. Blunt passes it off the backboard to Bush Tactics, and now LVC looking to start a roll here. 2-0 with 2:38 remaining. A fantastic pass. Bush Tactics at least gets the 50 there, but the shot is almost on. Just a bit too tall. Silver gonna get bumped off of the touch. Now too much sauce looking to make something happen. He's trying to get a clear and a miss there from Silver. Gonna leave Daniels for it. I think he got the reset there. Not gonna need it as he passes it out mid. Shot is blocked by almost all three players of LVC. Look at that touch towards the net. Almost Silver not getting back fast enough. Now Daniels and Sauce gonna have to fight over this one. Ultimately gonna go to Blarf. Has a minimal boost to work with. Now Bush Tactics shot off over to the left side or left wall of the net. Blarf trying to get something there, but Flip gonna put him a good pass. Daniels almost gets a free shot, but not quite. Off the backboard and meeting his teammates at the ball. LVC get a clear for now, but again, it's rolling forward, and Daniels is flying over the field. 2-1 now for Mizzou, or for LVC, sorry about that. Daniels at least gonna put them within one. Tries to get a second touch there, tries to make a play for himself, but it's not gonna go. Bush Tactics gonna have to get the save there, but I do believe that was a bit over the backboard. Here comes too much sauce, maybe a bit of a miscommunication there. Doesn't really need to fly in like that, and now he's the third back, and he's not gonna get a good 50 off it either. Shot doesn't quite go in. Those are the types of mistakes that you cannot keep having happen. Bit of an overcommit from too much sauce there, but it's all okay so far. So we see now on the counter attack. Blarf fighting for this one. Gets it out to too much sauce, and here comes Bush Tactics with the shot. Bottom left corner, a slot from Bush Tactics. Makes it a 3-1 lead. 39 seconds remain. Oh. Apparently it's 2-1 LVC because of the team of Mizzou being, I think they're like 15 minutes late. I didn't know that. So if LVC wins this, we all go home, including Mizzou, and almost a phenomenal solo from Too Much Sauce. LVC looking to close it out here. That vital information has just turned this entire match on its head. As now LVC are looking to close it out, and they are going to do just that. Only needing to play 2 games as Mizzou did show up, I believe, 15 minutes late, so it ended up being a 2-0 map forfeit. And the ball hitting the ground will close out the series. LVC will not only take game 4, but will take the series in a 3-1 fashion. here in the stats. LVC looked much more collected there. A couple little mistakes that we were seeing, but that barrage of shots, 12 in total from LVC, going to put them over the top there. As they take the 3-1 over Mizzou Club Gold, and it looked much, much better from the side of LVC. That first game is, and this happens a lot with Team 2. I've noticed this with this Team 2 squad. I don't know how they do it, but there's a lot of them where they simply just lose like 40-0 and then they win like 5-2. So I don't know how it happens, but they are the bounce back kings. They are the mental goats apparently. Regardless, that is going to wrap it up. That is a 3-1 for LVC due to map forfeits because of Mizzou being late. So 3-1 series, only 2 games seen unfortunately, but regardless, it was a good one to see at the end of the day. And we got to see Team 1 play twice today, so a very long day of Rocket League, and that's just the start of this entire season. We have a lot of action to come your way over the course of these next few months, this next school year. Just stay tuned, as Monday we will get back into it. We'll be back here on this stream with LVC Valorant kicking things off for their season at NECC with activation, where we will find out who they take on. I would assume Sunday night or probably Monday at 4 p.m. So we'll make sure to catch you guys back here for that, and we will see you all then. For now, have a good night. Have a great weekend. We will catch you guys back here Monday night.